Hello, I'm Jody, and this is Silver Sneakers Chair Yoga. While we have brought back our Silver Sneakers Classic class at our Parkview Huntington YMCA, we don't yet have live chair yoga classes. So I'm going to continue doing these and recording them from home in hopes that you're participating at home and continuing your practice with me throughout the summer. So, welcome. Let's make sure before we start that you have a good chair. Good sturdy chair that has a back that fits you well so that when you sit on it, your feet are flat on the floor, they're not hanging. You have some good shoes on. No slippers, no sandals. I want you to have some good support for your feet so that when we work on our balance, your shoes are going to help you out. Other than that, if you have those things, maybe a water bottle handy, you're ready. Sit back in your chair. This is one of the few times that we sit back in the chair, but I want you sitting up tall and straight in that chair. Find your good posture, training our bodies to have that good posture. With our chest open and shoulders back, let's just do a couple shoulder rolls. Oh, that's good. And then I want you to take those shoulders down and back, leave them there. Hands are relaxed on your thighs as we start our practice with some deep breathing. So, breathing through your nose with every inhale and exhale throughout class, if possible. Your head's held high. I want you to bring focus inward, inside your body. Let's not let anything distract you along the way. Hopefully you have a nice quiet room. Doors closed, nobody's going to interrupt you. So you can have your you time, me time, right? All right, we're set. So you can either close your eyes, you can gaze to the floor. You don't have to look at me. I want you to think about your breathing and only your own breath. It's all that matters right now. Long and slow breath. We're not forcing it. Breathing in through the nose, your air slowly enters the lungs and fills them all the way. And then as you exhale, that air slowly comes out your nose. Continue exhaling until you can't anymore. And then drawing your next long breath. Relax your facial muscles and jaw. Relax your hands and feet. Feel your rib cage expand on your inhale and fall into place on every exhale. Simple hand movement to match your breath. As you pick up your hands out of your lap, I want you to draw in your next inhale, opening your hands out towards the side, just floating gently. As you exhale them back towards each other. This just might help you better keep track of your own breath, allowing that movement to match your breath. It's just good practice to help you clear your mind. Take notice of how you feel right now. That's a big part of our yoga practice, is just paying attention to your own body, listening to your own body. Let's make this your last. And then we'll continue our warm-up with some flowing movements to match our breath. But I'd like you to scoot forward first so that you're near the edge of your chair and your feet are wide on the floor. You're good and stable on the edge of your chair as you draw up nice and tall. Arms are down by the side, and I want you to inhale, reaching those arms up towards the ceiling. Turn the palms down and exhale. So a couple more real long breaths, flowing upward with the arms, and exhaling smoothly down. One more. Good, I want you to bring those arms towards the back of your chair, reaching back behind you. Maybe you grab the back of your chair, maybe not. Maybe you're reaching past it. I just want you to pull the shoulders back and kind of open up the chest, really pushing your chest forward. As you lift your chin a bit, taking a couple deeper breaths here. Feeling the expansion in your chest on that inhale. And the relaxation on the exhale. A couple more. We're going to reach up this time and then pull the elbows down behind your back and squeeze your back muscles. So reaching, lengthening upward, squeezing the elbows back. So we're making those upper back muscles work. And let's exhale the air out as we come down and squeeze those back muscles. Inhale, lengthen and reach upward. Exhale, squeeze back. We can gain strength in our muscles without using weights, without even standing up. We're working our back muscles right now, just with this focused movement of squeezing back, like you can touch your elbows behind your back. It's tiring, right? One more. Always listen to your body. If that's too much on your shoulders, maybe you find a smaller range of motion or a different exercise. Let's shoulder roll. Up and back and down. So let's get that movement going. As your hands kind of slide on your thighs to match the movement, allowing those shoulders to go around nice and big. Just getting all the joints warm. Let's grab a hold of the right thigh, lean back to support it, and take that ankle around real big. So watch your toe of your shoe go around, drawing a big circle, and then reverse it, go the other way. All right, set it down, go to the left leg. Support it, and ankle circle. Nice and big, and reverse it, go the other way. All right, setting it down. We are ready to stand already. Set those feet flat, rise up out of your chair. If you're feeling confident in your balance and you want to bring your feet closer to each other, that's great. If not, they're hip width. Maybe they're wider if you want. Either way, you are standing right in front of your chair. As we practice our chair pose, we sit back over the chair. Stay there. I'm going to probably show you this every single time to remind you you're close behind your chair so that when you sit back in your chair pose, you're not actually sitting on the chair, but you're kind of getting close to that position. So watch that position. It is not this. My butt's not over the chair. I want your butt over the chair. There it is. Okay. But I will face you. Hands in prayer. Standing tall. Feeling balanced on both feet right now. We're going to start with a hand movement. Just pushing out the side walls and then turning the palms in towards each other. I want you to feel a little bit of tension, like you're pushing through water. Push outward, push back in. Again, let's involve your breath. Bring your breath in with this movement. Inhaling one direction and exhaling the other, you choose. next time you draw those palms in towards each other, keep them in prayer. As we practice that chair pose, we sit back over the chair and rise up again. We're going to keep our hands here so you can concentrate on just this pose, sitting back and rising up. Making the legs strong so that you can get out of your chair easily. So you have those developed thigh muscles, you're keeping them strong just with this practice right here. We're using larger muscles of the body, our thighs, so you might feel your heart rate go up a little bit. Starting to feel a little warmer. That's good. Enough? All right, enough. Let's move behind the chair because I want you to get into a wider squat position. So if you can draw your feet out wider than your chair, great. Turning the toes out, more importantly, turning the knees out. I am going to move this. Don't move your chair. I want you to have it so that you can have your hands on it if you need it. Otherwise, your hands on your hips. I just want you to be able to see me. So knees push out. Don't let them buckle in. We're keeping our legs strong, pushing out. So your hands on your hips, maybe one's on the chair. Don't rely on the chair unless you really need it. Okay, we're working towards better balance, not needing assistance. Using your own muscles, using your own balance to be able to get around and do the everyday functional movements that you need to, want to do. Let's keep your body strong so that you can be confident in doing these things. So this is a wider, deep plie. Squat plie just means that our toes are turned out, our knees are turned out nice and wide as we sit into it and rise up strong. So now I want you to think about your inner thighs squeezing together on the way up, and I want you to feel your glutes working in doing so. Squeeze inward, zipping the legs towards each other. And one more. You are always welcome to stop early if I do too many repetitions or hold a pose longer than you want to. So you're still right behind your chair. Close enough to it, you can easily grab a hold. Standing up tall, and we're working on now a pendulum swing that's really slow and controlled. Just lifting a leg out to the side, replacing it. Control, whatever pace you're going, the slower the better, but I want you to be able to stay in control, especially on the way down. You're able to shift your weight from one foot to the other. Oh, this is Chase. He's joining us for a nap. Oh, starting to feel the outer thighs now, for sure. Oh, it's enough, it's enough. All right, let's work on some calf raises. So beside your chair, and hip is close to the back of your chair. That means that hand can easily grab a hold. Set your feet hip width apart. Let's just start with a normal stance here, toes forward as we lift both heels and rest back down. So a great one to strengthen those calf muscles. All these calf raises. Now if you want to add a sweep with the arms, I feel like it follows the movement of your heels and might even encourage you to slow the heels down as they come back down to the floor, and that's great. So that they're matching your arm movement, moving slowly back down. Bigger movement if you want it. You got that balance, show it off. Whenever you can increase your range of movement, awesome, do it. And one more. Great. All right, let's go into a seated position. So that you can maybe grab a sip of your water if you have some, need it. Water's good for you. And it's also good to give yourself just a moment to bring yourself back down, to check in with your body. I want you to sit forward in your chair still, with your feet wide. But I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Bring yourself inward again. No distractions. Staying in the present moment. Kind of doing a little internal scan. How do you feel right now? Always listening to your body. If you need a little bit of a longer break right now and you press pause, that's fine. Just notice your heart rate. Notice your body temperature. Notice your breathing. Still breathing through the nose. All right. I want you to keep this heat though, so we're not going to sit here too long. We're going to move on to a seated lunge. Okay, so facing the side, you start like half on the chair and half off the chair, and you're drawing your right leg back if you're facing the same way as me. Okay? So your left leg is supported on this chair, but the right leg is not. And both knees are bent. Think about it like a 90-degree bend in both legs if possible. So you're on your back toes here. It's going to look different for everyone, and if your chair doesn't fit you quite right, this might be really awkward. So if your chair just isn't right, do your best. If you can't do it, can't do it. But if you're able to get into this great lunge position, this thigh here, front of it, is going to be working real hard. And if you push into your back foot a little bit, bring a little bit of your body weight off of the chair, it's going to be working even a lot harder. Which is what we want. We're gaining strength. This is good. All right, so your left hand might be holding onto the chair here, while your right palm is forward. We're going to get some movement. We're going to lean the upper body and reach, and then come up tall with the arm, nice and straight up to the ceiling. So lean, transfer that body weight, feel it in the front leg, and then as you reach up, you feel it in the back leg. Transferring your weight forward and then upward, nice and tall. No rounding here with the back. Keep a straight spine. Again, if I do it a little longer than you need to do it or want to do it, you can stop early. If you're still with me, one more. Reaching upward, big inhale. And as you exhale, let the arm float back down. Always moving gracefully and back towards center. Oh, good. That one is so much harder than it looks. I know. We are going to move to make this even to the other side, of course. So you start halfway on, so you're supported now on your right leg as you draw your left leg back. So you're on your toes here, both knees bent. It looks kind of like this if your chair fits you well, if you can get into this position. Making sure your hips are forward. We're not open like this. Hips and shoulders are facing the side of the room. And here you are, again with your hands on your hips. Maybe your hands holding the chair, that's fine. Up tall. Again, play with this a little bit. If you can push through your back foot a little more and take some of your body weight off the chair. A lunge is a hard position to hold, and there's how you can vary how hard it is for you. We're here. Let's add that movement on. Again, so holding onto the chair with your right hand as your left palm is up and forward. And you add that lean and the reach, lengthen up. Lean and up. So you're hinging from your hips. So we want to keep that spine long and tall, your neck long. Just moving with that arm. Again, notice that, how that feels when you transfer your weight into the front leg and then the back leg. Making me sweat. One more. And hold it, reaching upward. One big inhale to finish this. And exhale, let the arm come down. Face forward again. Oh, yes. Sweating. All right, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep this heat. So sitting forward in your chair, widen your legs, even wider than before. Wide as you can. Arms are out, let's have the palms down. We're gonna get a side to side tipping movement. So we always start small and hope to increase this after we do it several times. Those muscles will give a little bit, get a little warmer, be able to stretch a little more. So noticing how this feels maybe in your sides, in your lower back. If this is too much on your shoulders, this isn't meant to be a shoulder exercise, so you can lower the elbows. But if you're able to keep them reached out, you are working to strengthen your shoulders, which is always good. And those muscles of your neck that support your head, good to stay strong. Oh, good. Leaning a little further into it now. Oh, good. Let's stop in the center. Let's hang that right arm down. It's on your mirror. This is your right arm leaning over. Fingertips of the right hand are coming closer to the floor as you continue to lean. And now we're just holding this pose, giving your body a chance to kind of sink into it. So let's think about your breathing. You inhale, and on the exhale, you think about sinking into it a little bit more. Your arm doesn't need to reach. You don't need to force that. It's hanging. But as you tip the upper body, fingertips are going closer to the floor. And let's come up, centered. Reach for the back of your chair just for a moment. Big inhale, open the chest, and then exhale and release. Let's hang the left arm. And gradually, slowly tip. So those fingertips now are coming closer to the floor. Again, we hold it on this side, same way. Use your breathing, kind of a more shallow breath, that's okay. But I want you to think about your exhale helping you fold over just a little more. You're there. Good. Come on up. Let's do cat and cow. Bring those legs in a bit, but hip width apart. As we move the spine, stay right there. You don't need to move. I want you to see cat and cow. And cat stretch, rounding the center of your back towards the back of the chair as you round your shoulders forward and tuck your chin down. Cow, we open the chest, pull the shoulders back, lift the chin. So that's the upper body is where we're going to have the most movement in our seated cat and cow. But if you can get your lower back involved, if you can tilt the pelvis to tuck your tailbone in a bit when you're in cat stretch, and then lift your tailbone back behind you in cow, then you can get your whole spine moving, which is even better. All right, now that we're getting used to this, let's make sure our breath kind of matches this movement. So we exhale into cat stretch. As we close the chest, we exhale. As we open the chest forward, that's when we invite the air in and we inhale. So let's slow this down to match your breath. Getting some deeper, longer breaths in right now. Finding the patience to not rush this. Move slow, controlled. time you go back in a cat stretch, really take the time to exhale all your air out before you sit up tall again. Draw up tall. Good. I'm just going to turn to face you once again. And we're going to go back to a couple standing poses. Come on up. All right, move off to the right side of your chair with me. So your right leg's on the outside. All right, standing tall, feeling good on both feet. Always move slowly. I want you confident in your balance. I want you to transfer your body weight now over to your left leg, taking it off your right foot and kind of pointing your right toe. It's just lightly on the floor. Hands are to your hips, or maybe one is lightly on the chair if you need it. But you are close to the chair no matter what, in case you want, along the way. So pointing that toe, it's barely off the floor, little bitty circles. Moving from your hip, not your ankle. Your ankle's not moving at all. You're just pointing your toe out there, little circle with the whole leg. And breathe, because I know you just held your breath. Go back to breathing. Think about it. All right, I want you to set that foot down, kind of out wide, and then I want you to tap your toe in. And I want you to set it wide, put your body weight on it, and then take your body weight off and just tap your toe to the floor. So again, transferring your body weight. Weights in both legs, weights only in your left leg as you tap in. So if this is easy for you, maybe you're taking this really big step out to the side. If this is more difficult, then you're taking a small step so that you can be in control of your movement. Step out, tap the toe in. Your left leg stays put, it's not moving at all. Just the right leg out and tap it. No, it's not a natural movement, but it is a movement that we have to do time to time. So I want you to be able, your body's used to that. Your body's ready for it. You're not gonna fall over because you're used to that lateral, that side to side movement. You're training your body to distribute your body weight correctly to keep your balance. And last one. Good. So let's do it on the other side. I'm gonna move my chair just so I don't capture my dog. Close to the chair over here. Join me. Start tall. Confident. Find your confidence for a second. Got it? Good. Okay. So starting with this on this side, again, you can lightly have a hand on the chair. You're trying not to use the chair though. So this is now your left toe to the floor. We start with the small circles. So barely off the floor. It's not lifted high. And you're breathing. Think about your breath right now as you do this small circle. Again, it's from the hip. So the whole leg is rotating, just very slightly small circle. Might feel a little shaky, a little wobbly. It's your body trying to keep its balance. You're training it to find its balance. And good, enough of that. So same thing as before. Big step out, weights on both feet. Push off and just tap in with your left foot. Just barely touch the floor next to your right foot, and then step out again. Just a good balance exercise. It's good to keep variety with your exercises and try different things. So that's what I try to give you. Some kind of normal things we do all the time, but then some little different things. Just to keep you interested, surprised. Don't want you to get bored. But hopefully you do master these things. And if there are certain things that are more difficult, or maybe certain things you love, whatever. Take them, do them more often. Remember those exercises and just do them in your living room randomly, whenever. Every day. All right, last one there. Okay, hip circle time. Widen your feet on the floor. You don't need to be near your chair because you have this good wide base with slightly bent knees. And I want you to enjoy a big hip circle. Try not to move the shoulders. Instead, it's the hips. Go around nice and big. Think about all points of a circle. Moving your hips forward, side, back, side, forward again. Just keeping the knees soft, just slightly bent. It's going to help you to be able to go around. Make sure your feet are wide enough that you can get this movement, because if your feet are close together, it's really hard to do this hip circle. Loosening up the lower spine. And I want you to reverse directions. See if you can get that same big circle going the other way. All right, we're going to do some standing cat and cow. I want you to face the side of your chair. Might make you feel more confident as we tip forward that it's there if you feel like you're tipping too far forward. If you get your hands on the chair, you're okay. But this is great for being able to focus on our lower spine. So feet are hip width apart, knees slightly bent, and our hands are on our thighs. Starting with kind of a flat back. As we move into that cat stretch, we're tucking our tailbone in, pulling it through between our legs, and then we lift our tail out. So imagine you have a tail. Okay, you're a squirrel, you're a cat, whatever. Lifting that tail up to the ceiling and then tucking it between your legs. So that's what I want you to feel. Your pelvis actually tipping in and forward and then out and up. Using those muscles in your lower back, strengthening them so they can support your spine. And again, if you're not used to this, then maybe you've had enough. Don't go to the point of pain. All right. Next time you tuck your tail in, roll up and roll your shoulders back. Facing me with wide feet. We're just going to do some shoulder rolls now. Moving to the upper body. Up and back and down. Oh, let the tension go. We're going to alternate. One shoulder and then the other. And as we do this, I want you to twist your upper body. So bring the shoulder forward and it rolls all the way back as you turn. And then same thing with the other shoulder. And now let's make it a little bigger by bringing your elbow kind of out to the side as you roll it back. Good. The important part is turning so that your chest faces the side of the room and then forward and then the other side of the room. It's turning. Make this bigger so that your fingertips are going up over your shoulders now. Same twisting movement. And now, like you're brushing your hair, your fingertips go right over the top of your head. And then we straighten all the way up. So we're swimming backstroke. If you're a good backstroker, you really do rotate your body like this as you swim. Swimming backstroke. Keep going with me. It's a beautiful sunny day. Water's warm. Anytime you can insert those positive thoughts in your mind, do so. It's healthy. Makes you feel better. All right, enough backstroke. It was good. We're going to do elephant swings. Now, I just want to make sure you're not too close to the chair because our arms are going to kind of fly around. So, the same shoulder rotation side to side, but now the arms are kind of limp, hanging free, able to just wrap around the body. So don't have any tension in your arms. Totally let them relax. Let them hang as you turn the shoulders. Oh, good. One more thing. Some side bends. Actually, keep your feet fairly wide on this. Take your arms out to a T. If you need to be close to the chair, just make sure that you're altering this, you're making it work so that you can have your hand on the chair. That's fine. Starting out to a T, reaching. And then one arm goes up and one arm goes down. And then come back to a T. Other way. One arm up and one arm down. Good. So let's inhale as we're in a T. Let's exhale as you side bend over, reaching for the ceiling. Inhale, and then we exhale, reach for the ceiling with the other arm. Inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and go at your own pace, move with your own breath. It might be faster or slower, probably not faster. Last one. Finish it, reaching out to a T. I want you to stay here with your arms out. I want you to rotate. You're going forward with your arms, small circles. Working on strengthening those shoulders. Just nice, strong arms reaching out. And I want you to reverse that circle going back now. Oh, good. Relax them down. Oh, wonderful. All right, come to your chair with me as we finish up here. Sitting forward in your chair still. Let's stretch the hamstrings. So, right heel is forward, and your toes are pulled up with your foot flexed. Hold the base of your chair. I want you to lean, hinging forward with a flat back. Stay right there in position. I'm going to show you. Here's what it looks like from the side. As I hinge forward, my back is flat. I'm not rounded. Notice the difference there. I'm up tall and strong. Pull the shoulders back. That's why I'm having you hold the chair. Not because I'm worried about you falling forward, but it does help with that. I want you to pull your shoulders back and keep your spine long and tall. So you're still there with your right leg forward. Feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. So your foot might have relaxed, you forgot about it. I want you to engage it again. Pull the toes up towards the ceiling, up towards your face, so that you're getting that stretch in your hamstring and your calf. And just breathe. All right, let's take that same leg. Right leg is going to cross over. If that's not doable up top, then cross it over your foot and let that knee come up to the side. Sitting up tall. Make sure your left leg, your knee is right over your ankle. It's not in this weird twisted position this way or that. Find that good alignment. Up tall again. Same thing, nice flat back as you hinge from the hips. So again, you're tilting forward. This time you feel it in your hips, your knee stretching a little bit differently with this leg that's crossed now. Nice relaxed breath. Kind of bringing you down. We're close to the end of class. We'll have our final relaxation, have a couple minutes of peace. We're getting there. Bringing the heart rate down while we do these seated stretches. All right, let's go to the other side. First one, foot's flexed, leg is extended. So we're on the other side, same thing though. Keep those shoulders pulled back as you hinge forward. We held this one for a while, so just keep breathing. Keep sinking forward, feeling this back of the leg stretching. present moment, not wandering with our mind. We're just thinking about the muscles that are stretching, thinking about our body position. All right, last one. As we cross this leg up top, if possible, if that's painful in any way, cross it down. Whichever one. It might be different for different legs, like this one doesn't feel good to me that way. So I'm going to cross it low. Either way, make sure this knee is right over your ankle and you're hinging forward again with your shoulders pulled back. Wonderful. All right, let's uncross. Let's sit all the way back in our chairs. As we've made it to our final relaxation, you might just take this big sigh, this big breath. I just sigh it out. I don't usually do that in class. And there's a lot of people around, but you're at home right now. If you want to do that, you want to just let out this, good. But then draw up into your good posture again. After you just did your slouching. Come up again. Tall. Other than that, I want you to, let's just all at once relax the legs. No tension. They're done. Feet are flat on the floor. Your back is up against the back of your chair. Let's relax your belly. Relax everything touching the chair. Relax your back. Let's do one big shoulder roll up, back, and down. Relaxing your shoulders, letting them hang back. Hands are on your thighs, palms up or down. You're in your own house, your own comfortable space, so close your eyes. Move around your facial muscles a little bit. Move around your jaw, open and close wide. You move around your nose, your eyebrows. And I want you to relax all those muscles in your face. Keeping your eyes closed for a minute. Just notice the energy in your body. Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling warm, feeling accomplished. Take that with you through your day. Keep that positive attitude. The more positive you are, the healthier you are. Lower your stress level just by putting a smile on your face. It works. And just paying attention to your body. Taking this practice with you through your day. Taking the time to just sit back and take a few deep breaths when you need to. Stretching a little bit when you feel stiff. Getting up out of your chair once in a while, just to stretch, just to move. Get your blood circulating. But for now, you're at peace. We've done that. I'm going to leave you here if you want to sit longer and enjoy. I thank you and see you next time.